Good afternoon. We are in Caprock Canyon State Park. Just got finished setting up at our campsite. What a view, huh? There's a prairie dog chirping off in the distance past our campsite. Go check it out. So, going from the parking lot. Sorry if the wind's overdoing the mic. Here's my beautiful wife. Happy Valentine's Day. Our campsite. It's a Big Agnes 3-person tent that we've had for a couple of years. I don't know, 5, 6 years, maybe more. And it's done us well. We're at the tenting only area of the park, so it's supposed to be really dark back here. Really nice people at the front desk. She was super helpful. We're at the South Prong campsite, so we will be taking off, do about, I think, 6 miles worth of trails tomorrow, and we'll be starting right over there is the trailhead, and from what I understand it goes up into those hills, and then it goes all the way around, and then you walk this ridge, come back down to the road, and then back over here. We'll see. I mean, we've got 2 nights here, so no rush to do anything really, but we do want to see as many trails as we can while we're here. Like I said, it's about a 7-hour drive. I think it was 6.5, but with stops and everything, about 8. So we'll see what happens. Like to do as many as we can, but we've already seen prairie dogs, buffalo, everything like that. But yeah, great start to the trip. Next time you see me, we'd probably be on a trail. I don't know. We'll see. Bye. We're checking out our first trail. We're on our way to the trailhead, and you have to pass through this prairie dog area, and they are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Which brings to mind your favorite minor league baseball team.
This is the Amarillo Sod Poodles.
The Amarillo Sod Poodles. They're just barking. Look at them. There's 1, 2, 3 or 4 over there. A bunch of them standing up right there. I think that's probably coming through on the mic. I hope y'all can hear how much they're barking, because it is adorable. What's up, big guy? Hello. So this is a canyon rim trailhead. I think it's about 2 miles. Maybe a little shade less than that. We're not really sure. We left the trail map at our campsite. And since it's like 3, 4 miles away, we're not really interested in driving back to get it. Hilarious. Yeah, this is supposed to be a moderate trail. We were looking at the trails before we started, and the least difficult trail that they have listed as a moderate, and then it goes all the way up to very challenging for the Haynes, what is that called? The Haynes Ridge Trail?
Haynes Ridge, yeah.
So we'll try it. I think that's the one we're going to end up doing tomorrow. South Prong up to the Haynes Ridge, but we're going to do a little spur to, there's a fern cave up at the top that we want to check out. So we'll see what happens. My foot, I'm trying to recover from tibial tendonitis. My right foot is all jacked up, but I got it taped up pretty well right now. Seems to be relieving a lot of the pressure, so hopefully we'll be able to check that one out. So we went on the Canyon Rim Spur Trail, which was basically just walking through a field. Saw some buffalo, which I took some shots of. That's what you just saw. But yeah, we're gonna go now on the actual Canyon Rim Trail. We're not gonna go to the end because it's about 3 miles and we've been driving for 7 hours or so. Just kind of checking out one of the trails first day, and we're gonna go back and have a lazy time at our campsite. Check out some of the other sightseeing spots over here. But this is supposed to follow the rim of the canyon next to the visitor center. So we'll check it out. Hopefully it's a little bit better than the Canyon Rim Spur was, but it was just a spur. Just trying to cut off about a mile of trail if you're trying to get to the end, I guess. But other than the buffalo, nothing impressive on that. Except for the view. Just the overall view, not the trail itself, but everything in its totality is still amazing. All right, so this is the rim trail that we're on. This doesn't look like it's actually part of the trail, but just a scenic overlook. That is awfully steep. So when you check in, they tell you to stay at least 50 yards away. I don't think we're quite 50 yards right now, but we're on the trail and just moving past them. Big guy's interested. They're chasing each other. It's nice out here. It's about 75 degrees, I think. That's what it was last time I looked in the car. As you can see, it's pretty overcast, which is a bummer. I don't think we're going to get the kind of stars that we wanted to see tonight. But with any luck, tomorrow night it'll clear up. But we're going to go into Quitaque tomorrow and Quitaque?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. We're going to go into town tomorrow and check it out. Maybe eat lunch at one of the restaurants there. Was that Bison Cafe? Is that what
Yes.
Bison Cafe? We're going to maybe check that out, get lunch there after we... Oh wait, not lunch. We're hiking tomorrow.
We
So I
can
guess-
hike in the morning. Start early.
Yeah, I don't know. 6 miles with about 600 feet elevation gain. I don't know if we'll be done by the time for lunch. Maybe a late lunch. I don't know. We're not breakfast people, so we'll probably just get up early and start walking. He's a lookout. All right, that was a fun little 2-ish miles. Let me check. Yeah, so we did 2¼ mile. That was all right. The actual rim part of the trail was pretty, but the spur was no. Don't do that. Definitely not worth it. But we're gonna go check out, see if we can buy some firewood now. So it's about almost 6 o'clock. We went to the ranger station to see if we could buy firewood. We couldn't. They were closed. So the website says they close at 5:30. The sign on the door says 5. So they were already gone. It was like 5:05 when we got there. I didn't see any firewood outside anyway, so whatever. No fire. Then we got a text from someone's mom saying y'all need a backup plan, and a picture of the radar. We're expecting a little over, I think, half an inch of rain tonight, so we're not going to let that get us down. We've both camped in rain before. I don't know. We'll be fine. Only thing we're concerned about is it looks like our tent might be in a little bit of a funnel spot, but if things go real upside down, we have to go exactly that far to get out of it. That's the Jeep over there, so I'm not concerned. She's not concerned. Just got done cooking our dinners, our respective dinners. What are you having?
I'm having pepperoni bowl.
Cheesy pepperoni pizza bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I am having chicken Alfredo pasta. So, I don't know. Should be good. It's getting kind of breezy. It's cooled off pretty quick. We're sub 70 now. It was about 75, 76 when we were done hiking, per the thermometer in the truck. So, losing light fast, losing temperature fast, and then it's getting kind of ominous that direction. But we're excited for it. Bring it on. Thunderstorm. Sounds fun to me.
Yep.
All right. We're going to eat now. Bye. All right. So we finished dinner. Figured we'd check out our trailhead for tomorrow, which is the South Prong Trail. Want to show them what we're doing? Or what we're planning on doing?
We're going here, and then here, and then I guess you got to go back.
No. You come down and it hits the road, and then you take the right here. This overlook goes all the way to here.
Oh, okay.
This is the backcountry campsites that we were looking at, and then you come down here and hit the road. The only problem is, as you can see, that weather's getting ominous, and we're concerned about doing this hike in the mud because we are supposed to get over half an inch of rain tonight. Yeah, so we're just kind of checking everything out right now around our campsite. Burning off some of those freeze-dried calories before we're shut in. We were talking on the drive back from the trails that we did earlier, and I gotta say, I mean, we've been to Palo Duro, Grand Canyon, and Zion, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's no comparing this to Zion, but you can kind of compare this to Zion. It's not nearly as grand, obviously, but it's got the same kind of feel. We've seen 2 mule deer, a ton of bison, more prairie dogs than you could shake a stick at.
Roadrunner.
We did see a couple of roadrunners. So there's tons of wildlife, and it seems like a younger version of Zion. That's really what it seems like. It's just not as deep. There's no river running through it. There's a couple, I guess they're technically rivers, but they're more creeks. But that's something that Zion has. Zion's got a lot going for it that this doesn't. But I'll tell you what, if you can't make it to Utah and your kids don't know the difference, just throw them in the car and say you're going to Zion and bring them here. And yeah, I mean, as long as they don't look too hard at the Google pictures, they'll never know. I guess the other major difference between this and Zion is when we were parking, we didn't see two people getting a fist fight.
There was actually parking.
There's nothing but parking. When we were at Zion, we were trying to find a spot. We drove around for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Saw two guys getting a fist fight over a spot. It was great. It was really fun. Luckily, I dropped off Michelle and Charlotte at the visitor center.
But it was very entertaining.
Yeah. And we had 4 cars?
3.
3 cars?
Yeah.
So it took forever to find 3 spots. I think I was the first one that found a spot. It's just because I found some lady that looked like she was walking back to her car and said, "Can I follow you?" And she said, "Yeah, sure." Alright, so we're in our tent. It is 7:40. We were playing some rummy. Michelle's beating me by 10 points. It's 235 to 225. It's been raining, like drizzling for a while, but it just started coming down real hard. Crack of lightning opened it up. So far so good. This tent's waterproofed really well. We've got the rain fly up, tight as a drum, no leaks. Sorry, keep holding you. Sorry. We got our headlamp secured with a pair of sunglasses. So Michelle's putting socks on because she's starting to get cold. So we're having fun. Lots of rain. They're saying what, a half inch? Somewhere around a half inch tonight. We'll see. If it rains like this, it's going to be a lot more than half an inch. So yeah, we're going to keep playing cards. It's fun. Hey, good morning. Lots of rain last night. I think we had about half an inch or so. Just got done making coffee. Just waiting for it to cool off a little bit, but we discovered our campsite was not at a low spot, but definitely there was water running under the tent, so good bit of mud everywhere. I mean, there's nowhere we could have set up that would have been dry, but all right, so we're going to give it a shot. We're on the South Prong Trail. We just started. Beautiful day. It's in the 40s, probably low 40s. They said the low overnight was 43, and it doesn't feel any warmer than that right now. But it's completely clear skies. Ground's wet from all the rain last night, but it's not sticking to our boots right now. Whoop. Last night we had a coyote try to pull our trash can down from the hanger. Bottom was kind of ripped up a little bit and the drawstring was pulled real tight. So we heard him around 2 or 3 whenever it stopped raining. They were chattering to each other all night once the rain stopped. Just about a mile in. Super clear rainwater. That's beautiful. So far it's been pretty good. The trails aren't nearly as bad as I thought they were going to be, as far as Mud sticking to shoes and boots. This part isn't ideal just because it's silt, but we're almost back out of this little creek bed onto the trail. But yeah, so far boots are staying pretty light. Mud's not caking up on them too bad. And just beautiful. Super glad we decided to try and get this hike in this morning. Ooh, our feet might be getting wet on this one. No, we can get around, as it appears people have done in the past. Oh, this... No, it'll work. Just trying to figure out if this is the actual trail or not. Because it comes down there, but I don't see where it picks up, unless it's just the creek bed, which it has... Huh? Oh, is that it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can get there. Go a little bit farther. Yeah, just keep going. That's fine. Someone had a rock in her boot, so we're taking care of that because we're about to start climbing. Just checking out the map, and not far from now we start going up. For those of you who said it was a good thing that we mic'd up Charlotte, the wife does not want to be mic'd up today, which is her prerogative. And it's Valentine's Day, so we'll give it to her. It is starting to warm up out here. Oh, figure this one out, Michelle. This might be the end of our hike. Yeah. What a shame. We were hoping to do the South Prong all the way around to the Haynes, which is the ridge line up here. I guess we can explore a little bit, see if there's any place to cross up or downstream. Downstream, it looks like the answer is no. But there might be something upstream. We'll take a look and see if we can find something to get across. But I'm not getting my feet wet. And from a packing error, I brought one pair of pants. So it looks like people have cut trails through here in the past. Yeah, I mean, people have definitely walked this. And it looks like we might... Hey, I think we can get across up here. Yeah. It narrows down pretty big. Narrows down pretty big. Figure that one out. Oh yeah, we can get across here, no problem. How pretty. Oh, and it links right back up with the trail too. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to follow the bypass trails that you see. I know they don't want people cutting new trails, but they should think about building a bridge here. Yeah, that's true. We were looking at the lake. There's I think it's called Lake Theo. I'm not going to pull out the map to check, but I think it's called Lake Theo. It's supposed to be surface area 120 acre lake, that looks like, what, 40, 50 feet low right now. They have a pier that goes out, and it's well above the current water line. So I know that they have, well, I mean, all of Texas has been in a severe drought for a long time, but it looks really bad here. You good? She's looking up. Is this a babbling brook? So we started the climb. Last trail marker's down there behind Michelle. And the next one is up that, what appears to be cliff. It's supposed to be really steep. All at once kind of elevation gain, and then I think the ridge is mostly flat. I haven't looked too closely at the map. One of those, the map is not the territory kind of thing, as much as you can look at it. Oh, that's cool. As much as you can sit there and look at it, it's not going to change what you have to do when you get there. So, how cool. Yeah, I guess something we haven't really talked about is that neither one of us has good knees. Hers will come out of socket at the wrong blink of an eye. This is a little treacherous.
Uh-huh. I'm going.
Yeah, go down.
No, because if you fall.
You're not gonna fall.
No.
Yeah, no, this is fine. Go right here. But I'd go down there, because then you don't have to step over this. You're not gonna fall.
Okay.
Baby, this is wet. Okay. I'm gonna film it, but I'm also gonna get ready to drop the camera.
Catch me?
And help. No, I can't catch you. So what she's worried about, and I don't blame her for being worried. This is, I don't know, 50 feet down, 40 feet down. There you go. Use your hands.
Yeah.
Mountain goat.
Well, I don't have a camera in my hand.
No, you don't. I used to ride dirt bikes, so my knees are shot from, I broke my right one in a race in Canada in 2007. And then when the two of us were at Winter Formal our senior year, she was standing there next to me, and I was being just such a nice, loving date.
No.
I was being the nicest guy in the world, and that's not true, I was being an ass. Her knee slid out of socket. Your patella broke in half, right? Vertically or horizontally?
No, this way. Broke this way.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, that's a nice little staircase. We had to stop and take our sweatshirts off. Another staircase. Ooh, that was slippery. Yeah, we're getting altitude pretty quick. We're about, I'd guess, halfway up. Yeah, the trail markers are really nicely placed and they're even, so you... Yeah, this is a groomed trail over here. They've got rock wall set up, but it's just, again, the sun being where it is right now, it's making them a little difficult to see. Yeah, it's right here, babe. It's a well enough groomed trail for how steep it is. There's not really going to be a great way to get people up here every day to maintain. We've made it kind of to the top. It's a lot flatter. I think this is kind of our last little hurrah before we're at the top of the South Prong. We're, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile, if that, linking up to the Haynes Ridge Trail. I think when we get to that intersection, we're going to stop and grab a bite. Hey, we're walking downhill slightly. That's a steep trail. It's a lot of, I'm not going to call it like bouldering, but it's a lot of scrambling, hands and feet. Trekking poles are pretty useless just because of how steep it is. And again, that could be exacerbated just because it's wet. It's the sandstone when it's wet doesn't give you a lot of purchase even with the trekking pole. Beautiful up here. Found what I assume to be a coyote track. I don't think anybody's hiked this with a dog. All right, so we are meeting up with the Haynes Overlook Trail. Not a moment too soon because I'm tired of ice skating on this mud. And, ooh, a bench. We're gonna sit for a minute and we're gonna decide whether or not we want to go to the Fern Cave or if we want to bail out. So, Fern Cave that way, Haynes Ridge Trail that way, sitting on a bench this way. So we're on the Haynes Ridge now, and nice little break at that bench. Ate our Cliff Bars, had a debate about Cliff Bars. She says they're gross. I say it depends on which one. But yeah, we're up here now. That's the South Prong that we walked up through, and then we came up on the back side of this trail. You want me to go first? I'll go in case you fall running me and we'll both die that way. So this is supposed to be flat for quite a ways. This isn't very steeply downhill. I didn't expect to be going down already. I am glad to be out of the mud because that was getting real old real quick. Yeah, we're gonna stop and check a paper map because this looks a lot steeper than what I was seeing on the map. So we'll be back in a minute. We just verified we are going the right way. We pulled out the map and just made sure. It said Haynes Ridge on the marker, but there's, like we said, there's that Haynes Ridge. Looks like a little overlook spur. I have a feeling it was that, but that's okay. Because this view is good enough as it is. We're definitely on the right trail. Wish there was a way to give a sense to the scale. It's that big. think I lost my wife. I found my wife. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, I get a stick out tongue for that.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Shut up.
Huh?
Shut up. People that don't know us well often comment on the way that we talk to each other, not realizing that we've known each other since the 7th grade. And I just talk to her like I'm still a 7th grade boy. That's why I call her a dum-dum a lot. I don't know if you can see, but those cars down there, that's part of the park road to get to the South Prong campsite. And that's Quitaque, I guess, out there. We'll be going there for lunch. Lunch, dinner, I don't know. I think once we're done hiking, we're gonna try and find the showers in this place. Try not to smell like butt when we go eat. What does this say? This says nothing. And this says nothing. All right, cool. But there's a bench up there. You want to go sit on that bench? Let's go sit on that bench. I think that's a bench, or it's the thinnest rock I've ever seen. Some Flintstone stuff going on. No, it's definitely a bench. Well, ish. Yeah, that's steep. Just ran into our first group of people. They're going up. There's another set of people right there. You can see the trail goes down and big old steps. Yeah, this part is giving me Guadalupe Peak vibes. It's not as steep, but you don't want to fall either way. If you come here and you do the John Haynes and any combination of the North Spur, South Spur, you're definitely going to want to come up from the South Spur, or the South Prong. Coming up this is easy, but going down the South Prong would be murder. Coming down this is, like I said, super easy, but coming up it would be easy too, but then you got a sheer drop-offs that you got to contend with going down the South Prong. So I'm glad we came the way we came. Michelle researched it well, so it is not nearly as steep going down on the North Prong as it was on the South Prong, as it would have been going down on the South Prong anyway. But it's still steep, and there's you gotta pay attention. Lots of drops that are over a foot in depth, and going slow, picking out our way. That's a cool rock. Let me see. That's not a rock. That's a stick. Yeah, we're almost to the bottom, so that's it right there. Not more than 50 yards or so more to go. It's slow going. We're trying to be safe, and lunch is going to be later than we expected, but better to have lunch late than not have lunch at all. Yeah, I think we still got over a mile of just like trailhead and road. Let me see, per my watch, 4 3/4 mile in right now. So we'll definitely get 6. I'm not sure if we'll make it to 7. I'm sure it'll be somewhere between 6 and 7. I couldn't see it being over 7. But if so, we've got plenty of water. I mean, the weather's so cool, we've barely drank anything, but it's breezy, so we're trying not to get dehydrated, so we are drinking. To those people we just ran into, thank you for being so kind and saying you'd check out the channel. I appreciate that. All right, now that we're at the flat, what do you think? Was that worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Michelle. Those are some napping buffalo. We're gonna try and get a picture of them real quick and then sneak past without waking him up because I don't want to get charged. So we're gonna let him continue to do such. So much for the 50-yard rule. Oh, hey guy, we're good. We're just walking. Don't worry about us. So much for that 50-yard rule, but when you pop over a little hill and they're just sitting there, there's not much you can do about it. Could have filmed an episode of Star Trek out here. We just made it to the North Prong Spur trailhead, and they have an actual full park map here, so I can kind of walk y'all through what we've done. So we stayed here at the South Prong tent camping area, and we've done all of the South Prong trail. Came up here. This is very steep right in here. About right here is super steep. Came across the John Haynes Ridge and then came down the North Prong Spur. So we're at this parking lot right here. We still have this distance to cover by road, which, let me see, very scientific, about 3/4 of a mile it looks like. Absolutely worth it. Kind of sad we didn't go to the Fern Cave. We'll get it next time. We're getting pretty close to the campsite. We've been on this road for the past half mile. Yeah, sounds right. About a 1/4 mile left to go. But just kind of soaking in the views. We decided, just because of the mud, and like I said, it's a 4-day weekend. We want to spend some time with our little girl. I think we're going to break camp before we go to the showers and then just head home. We've seen the trails that we were going to do while we're here, we've already done. So we don't feel like we're...
And we did that extra one yesterday.
Yeah, we did an extra trail yesterday too. We don't feel like we're shortchanging ourselves. Definitely worth the drive, right? Definitely. So far? Yeah. Camping in the rain was sick last night. I don't think I've ever stayed in a tent when it rained that hard. I mean,
that was fun.
I've stayed in drizzle, but that was full on rainstorm. I think we got half an inch of rain, just based on what was in our coffee cups that we left on the grill last night. Lots of mud, and we'll come back. We'll definitely be here again. I think we need to upgrade our truck so we can actually pull our camper a long way instead of just those short pulls, and then come here with the camper and the kid and the dog, maybe some other family members, just to show them what we've seen now. But we were talking to some other people that were hiking up to the Haynes Trail from the North Prong, and they're just gonna go up and then back down. Honestly, if you came here and did that, it'd be worth it. That view alone, just from that first kind of peak from the Haynes Trail, is absolutely gorgeous. All the rock formations, you can see the North Prong and the South Prong. Views for miles. You can see farms off in the distance. We do have awful news, and that is that the Bison Cafe is not open on Saturdays or Sundays. So we have to find somewhere else to eat. I'm sure there's something in town we can grab. But their menu looked stunning for a post-hike lunch. Just a bunch of fried food and sandwiches, which is like exactly what we were looking for. But we'll try and find a little pub somewhere that we can pop in and get some fried food and some beer. Get some of those carbs back into us. We are officially over 6 miles. We're at 6.22 right now. That'll probably be 6.3, 6.4 by the time we get back to our tent. Homie's just eyeing us down. Buddy, we just want to get past you to our tent. Just napping. Okay, so we got to do an S-turn here. You're good. Relax. You're good too. Oh, his horns are significantly sharper. This is the first time we've seen this in all of its kind of day glory. It was so overcast yesterday, it was really hard to see anything the whole time. I'm glad we didn't stay in 51. I want to get that phone. You're challenging him.